Good morning, I'm Ben Newman. This is For Example Trading. It is Monday the 13th of January. I hope you all had a good weekend. I will start off normal protocol really. I'm going to go through news that I feel is relevant. There's a lot of information about what to look out for this week and key pairs, further to a big push from the dollar last week. So I'm going to cover all those things. Usual process, we start with the DXY and then I'll go through the pairs that I believe are giving the most potential today. Now, if you haven't subscribed to us, please do so. Turn on the notifications and then you will get an update whenever we release a video. And I'll often sort of release a video if there's something very relevant to talk about. So you can do that over there. There's a button in the corner there, a red subscribe button. So just click that, turn notifications on, and then we'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening. You can join us via our other social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, amongst others. Okay, and you can do all of that. You can do all of that up there. So once you click on the YouTube channel, you can see these buttons up in the corner. The trading arena, you can join us. Telegram trading arena. And we've got a free chat area, so you can come and ask any questions and get a feel for what it is like to trade collaboratively with other like-minded traders. And then if you are interested in subscribing, you can do so. You can do so as well, and that will give you a dedicated signals channel and a trading arena with experts like myself helping you to trade. All right, and also if you do want a trading account, I use IC Markets. They're very good. There's links in the description, and that gets you around the ESMA regulations, which restrict your trades. Certainly as new traders, if you're trading on an account that isn't that large, it's a relatively small account, it's really going to restrict what you can do in terms of the number of trades you can place and the amount you can put on those trades. So do consider that when you're opening a broker. But IC Markets have been using for a long time, and I highly recommend them. So there you go, everything you need. So on to the news, and I'm going to start with the economic calendar, top 5 things to watch this week. We've got US and China to bury the trade hatchet. We know this ongoing saga, this potential trade war between US and China. Bank earnings in view, GDP data and so on released today. It's already come out for the pound. US data and then Fed speeches to follow, and that we know that from last week those Fed speeches do have an impact positive on the dollar last week. And then NFP day, obviously we saw very negative results for the dollar, for the US economy, very positive for the Canadian dollar, and usually that would result in a huge push against the US dollar from the Canadian dollar. And I had a sell trade on that, which went very well, but I expected to go much further, and it just demonstrates how strong that DXY is at the moment. So we can't take it for granted that that's going to weaken at any time soon. But I'm going to go into a bit of detail about how you can sort of tackle that and what approaches to take. German GDP data, of course, very vital to the entire Eurozone. So again, all these links well worth looking at, and they're all in the description below if you can see me. So I'll put all my news sources there. The Forex news, so just a number of things here that, again, this is a news feed that is well worth keeping up to date with, so I'm going to put that in there, lots of different articles, but the ones I've picked out as particularly relevant, what the technicals are signaling. So from a technical analysis point of view, these are the things that we want to be watching. And just as I've said, you've heard me say, look at this, apart from the pesos and the exotics, my top ones here, dollar index, of course, the euro, which I've got a trade on at the moment, euro US dollar, USDJPY, again I've got a trade on that, a sell trade that's been running since Friday, and then the pound, of course, in view as well. I'm going to focus on the GBPUSD, the euro US dollar, silver, and the USDJPY today. They're the ones I think are going to give the most potential, and I'm going to show you why. And then 3 setups that we're talking about here. So again, if you want another viewpoint, these setups will show you how to sort of get involved with these as this DXY correction comes to an end. So there has been a big push against the dollar. It's started to strengthen now. So now this is just setups to show examples of ones that you can take advantage of. So another point of view there well worth looking at. So I'll put that in there as well. And there we go. Euro, US dollar, GBP, USD, and USDJPY. I've already on Friday, I already said that these are the ones that I believe we should be watching, and that has carried on into today. So I'll put all that information down there. Top news, world news, CNBC. I'll put that in there as well. This is the one that really could produce some sudden volatility. So these ongoing tensions with Iran, and yeah, saying there that it could overshadow the trade fight with China, which is you know, in terms of economic factors, that's a big thing. So do make sure that you're keeping, you know, the best thing to do is to have a news feed on Twitter, and definitely have Donald Trump's Twitter with notifications, because if he starts tweeting stuff, the markets move. They always do, so you've got to be aware of that. All right, so on to the charts. The Dixie here, interestingly enough, you can see this is on a daily chart, and you may notice something different here. I've got exponential moving averages here, set up three ways, so three different time frames, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, and these are the ones you want. So I know from looking at this, the green is long time frame, 200, orange is 100, and the red is set to 50. So what I'm looking for here is for these to cross over these points. So ideally the red one, and that shows the most, certainly the potential for a longer term trade. All right, and you can see, interestingly enough, the dollar index on the daily is crossing over both the short and the long term EMAs here. All right, so that to me is interesting, suggests it is going to carry on going up, but I don't think it will do that yet, and I'm going to show you why. If we go to a 4 hour, we can see that these three peaks here suggest that this is going to come down before it goes up again, and so I think it will come back down to this level. It may even go beyond a bit. We'll just see. Obviously news will affect that throughout today, but there's not that much going on. I'll show you the economic calendar. Canadian Bank of Canada Business Outlook survey, and then this federal budget balance, which could be key, but it's not till much later on. So that gives us a day without big news events that could interrupt our trades or the direction of our trades. So that tells me that probably the rest of today we're going to see this dropping down. We'll have a look at the strengths and so on in a minute. Silver, I've got a buy trade on this now. You see it drop below this zone here, and it's just dropped through the longer term EMA, but I think it will come back up as well. I don't think it will carry on going, so we'll see this again, maybe come up to 1835 and then maybe go back down, but at the moment I'm buying this. Okay. And then gold, very much the same principle, slightly different in that it could just hit here and drop down, but I haven't got any trades on that. Euro US dollar, have got a trade, and you see it's just crossing over this 4 hour on the the long-term EMA on the 1 hour. So again, this suggests to me that probably that we're going to see some up from this, and just remember this does mirror the Dixie. So this is going down, that's likely to be going up, and I've, you know, the Euro US dollar bull run is well overdue. You know, I expected the Euro US dollar to be going up some time now. So they're the ones to watch. Do keep an eye on the Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar as well, but all the reports on that and the things to watch I'm going to put in the news down there. It shows the overview on all of them. So there we go. That's what I'm looking at today. I'm just going to pull my MT4 over. You can see what I've got set up here is exactly the same indicators on this as well. So they are standardized or synced, if you like. And this is the silver, my silver trade. You can see my entry point there, and this is going in the right direction now. I'm just going to show you Euro US dollar. It's just hovering around my entry point there, but I expect this to carry on going up. That's on an H1, so you can see it's almost touched this pivot point. I think this will be on the rise now. Don't know for how long, we'll just monitor it as it goes. And then of course I've got this USDJPY, which is right at the peak. This is on a resistance level here. I've had this placed for some time now, so I'm expecting this to drop back down. In fact, I'm just going to show you it on the charts here. So there's the USDJPY, and if we show you on a daily, it's way above all our EMAs. And that to me, I thought it might touch 110. It still might, I suppose, but I'm expecting this to start to drop back down And just to show you the strengths here, we've got the Swiss franc strongest at the moment, but this could all change quite quickly as the day goes on. US dollar second, but that has dropped down a bit. The yen and pound in very weak positions, and the euro around the middle there. So there's not going to be too much suddenly happening, I wouldn't think, but do be aware that that can happen. At the moment, I'm quite happy with the trades I've got, and I will keep you up to date in the trading arena throughout the day. So if you do want to subscribe, just jump into the free chat arena. All the links are in the description or in the top corner of the YouTube channel. You can follow us in any of those. I'm happy to speak to you, answer any questions you've got, and just help you along the way. You know, the whole point of the trading arena is for us to all get involved and share ideas, and we should be developing our own skills based on the other people's knowledge and experience in there. All right, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a great Monday. Take care.